Good afternoon. My name is Amber Peterson, and I am LitWorld's Director of Program Innovation. Thank you for tuning in today as we explore activities that can help us stay positive and connected. LitWorld is a nonprofit that partners with organizations around the world to deliver literacy-based programming that focuses on empowerment and social-emotional development. Our Virtual LitClub program explores some of our favorite Lit Club-inspired activities that everyone can do from home. Go to www.litworld.org to sign up for the Virtual LitClub or join our Virtual LitClub group on Facebook to get new prompts and activities every week. Today's activity is all about hope, the final of LitWorld's signature 7 strengths. We define hope as thinking optimistically and believing that today's efforts will produce good things in the future for yourself and for the world. Although it may be strange to think about, we're currently living through a unique time in history. Years from now, people will ask what it was like during the changes that 2020 brought to the world. What were you eating, drinking, playing with, thinking, and feeling during this time? What were you hopeful for? And what would you say to your future self? Today, we're going to be creating time capsules, inspired by an activity passed on to us by our friends at Project Pearls in the Philippines. You can find the full time capsule project on our website. One way to create our time capsule is to imagine that we could freeze this moment in time. What will we see? While this time is incredibly challenging, many people have been discovering silver linings and moments of joy. You can choose what you want to commemorate from this time. You can add those challenging and hard moments to your time capsule if you'd like. They do help shape this experience. Or you might decide that you only want to focus on the joyful things. It's your time capsule and you can decide. You can build a physical time capsule that you put actual objects into, like a box. Or you can write yourself a letter where you describe what life is like in this moment. We can start this project the way we often start our projects, with a brainstorm. First, try zooming in on your 5 senses. What do you see, smell, feel, hear, and taste? So for example, one thing I see is when I walk outside, everyone everywhere has masks on. It's kind of important moment, important aspect of this time. I also see flowers everywhere, and I've been noticing flowers in ways that I don't think I have in other years. In terms of smell, I smell spring outside 100% here in New York where I am. I also smell cookies and cupcakes a lot. I've been cooking a lot of cookies and cupcakes, and also the meals cooked by my neighbors, more so than usual just because everyone's in and everyone's cooking and you can smell all those foods at dinner time. What do I feel? I feel my cat's fur. My cat has been my companion during this time. I feel my very comfortable bed, which I have been making even more comfortable in this moment. I have a new rug, which I am enjoying, and so I feel that. Kind of expanding beyond just the physical feelings, I'm thinking about some of the emotional feelings I'm having right now, and I feel a little claustrophobic being in my apartment all this time. I feel a lot of fear and anxiety and some sadness when I think about some of the things that are happening, but I also feel hopeful, and so I added that too. What do I hear? Here in New York, every night at 7 p.m., I hear clapping outside my window, clapping in cheers as my neighbors applaud the essential workers who are going to work every day in this time. I hear my neighbor's solo dance party every night in her backyard, which I love. She blasts her music and just dances away, and it makes me feel as part of this community, part of my neighborhood, so I love that. What do I taste? Again, lots of cookies and cupcakes, lots and lots of cookies and cupcakes. New foods and dishes that I've been experiencing with in my kitchen, and cherries, which are now in season, so I'm excited I get to eat those right now. So that's one way you can kind of start your brainstorm for things you might want to add into your time capsule. You can also think about some prompts. Here are some just to get you started. So maybe think about the feelings you felt in this moment. You might think about when you were most excited. You might think about one new experience you've had. You might think about new revelations you've had about the world. I think a lot of us have started to really kind of think a little bit about how we live and the world at large. And so what are you thinking at this moment? You might also think about one thing you were surprised about during this time. And I know that there are a lot of revelations, not just about the world, but about ourselves and the way that we live our lives that people have been having recently. So to close, I'll show you kind of what my time capsule is looking like. I chose to do a physical one. I actually also wrote a little letter to myself, which is in my time capsule. But some of the other things that I have in here, I've got gloves, and I've got a mask, and I've got hand sanitizer, which I think are definitely endemic of the times and belong in my time capsule for right now. I've got a little measuring cup because I've done a lot of cooking. I've got a little sprig of mint because I have been growing some plants, and I've got my mint plant, which has been growing beautifully, so I put a little sprig in here. I've got a postcard that a friend sent me. I am loving the fact that I've been connecting with my friends in such different ways, and so we've been sending postcards back and forth to each other, which I love. And I have a birthday card from my grandmother in my time capsule, just because I spent a quarantine birthday, but it was definitely one of my favorite. I had an amazing video put together by my sister with lots of people I love saying happy birthday. And so even though I was isolated and I was in my apartment, I didn't feel alone. And so these are some of the things that are going into my time capsule for this moment. So thank you so much for tuning in with us today. We'd love to know what you put in your time capsule. Please share it with us on social media or by email. And we look forward to seeing you next week for another project. So don't forget to go to litworld.org for more ideas and resources. Stay safe and stay connected.